Hey guys, Patrick here with something a bit different. So I decided to create a new series where basically I just try out different people's workout routines and rate them for both gym rats and the everyman. And in case you're wondering, who am I to criticize these workouts or analyze them or whatever you want to call them? Just some idiot online with practically zero following. So keep that in mind, guys. These are just my opinions on these particular workout routines. I will be rating them on 4 categories. Time, as in how much time does it take to do, because too little time, it's not very effective. Too much time, it's not nearly as effective as it could be, and also you're just wasting time in the gym that you could be doing something else. Functionality, as in how good is it at doing what it's supposed to do. So if it's a bodybuilding workout, how good is it at building muscle or getting you swole? If it's a powerlifting workout, how good will this be for getting you stronger or just lifting your total numbers up? You know, I'm not judging every workout by the same metric when it comes to functionality. Relatability, so how likely is an every person, non-gym rat or just beginner gym rat, how likely is it that they are going to like or do this workout? And fun. How much fun did I personally have when doing this routine? Because honestly, guys, if it's not fun, then what's the point in doing it? And for the inaugural episode, I figured there was no one better than Steve Reeves to kick off this new show, or video series, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because personally, Steve Reeves has always had a physique that I've liked. You know, he wasn't too bulky, but he was definitely jacked. And so with that being said, let's hop into the workout. guys, well, I just finished the Steve Reeves workout, and now I'm going to break it down in the 4 criteria that I mentioned earlier. So first of all, time, 1 out of 5. Absolutely abysmal time management wise. It took me 2.5 hours, well, 2 hours and 35 minutes actually. It took me over 2.5 hours to finish the whole workout. You know, typically I like to get my workouts done roughly anywhere from 40 to an hour and 15 minutes in. Normal people like to spend even less time than that in the gym. You know, your regular non-gym rat likes to roughly get out of there probably within 20 to 30 minutes, 40 minutes at most. And from the scientific studies that I've personally read, they say that you start seeing diminishing returns after 90 minutes in the gym. So by every single metric, time-wise, this routine fails completely. Next up, we have functionality. How well does this work as a muscle building workout? Honestly, I'm gonna have to give this one a 3 out of 5. My reasoning for that being is that it definitely worked for Steve Reeves. You know, it helped him win Mr. Olympia, but I think it's just way too much volume. Because you gotta think that it wants you to do 9 sets per body part roughly, and then on top of that, it wants you to do that workout routine 3 days a week. I think that starts putting a lot of the sets in junk volume where you're not gonna see anything from it. If you do, it'll be diminishing returns, and it might even hurt your progress in the long run. Another thing that I think functionally is lacking for most people in this case is that you would probably wind up very weirdly asymmetric in certain areas. Like for instance, I think your triceps would massively overwhelm your biceps, given that your biceps only get 1 exercise and your triceps let alone get 3. The core work for both the front and back of your midsection really doesn't feel like it needs to be there. It's only 1 set of 20 for one and 1 set of 8 to 12 for another. Like, you could probably just ditch those. I see no point in actually including those in the routine. Not to mention, I was just so tired from doing so many exercises back to back to back that I wasn't lifting nearly as much weight or for as many reps as I could had I just done 1 or 2 exercises as opposed to the full 3 per muscle group. You know, 9 sets is a lot, so you're gonna start kind of failing and not being able to do as many sets or reps as you normally would be able to. Especially if you're doing this routine 3 times a week, you know, your body's gonna just get more and more tired throughout the week to the point where by Friday, you're just gonna be totally wrecked and not gonna be able to perform at maximum proficiency. But that being said, I can definitely see this being a good 1 or 2 day a week thing. Like if you were to do this on Friday and then rest for 2 days, and then your Monday and Tuesday workouts were less intense, or even if you were a more advanced lifter and you did this on Monday, and then Wednesday was practically like just minimal stuff, and then Friday, in those cases, I can see it being very useful. But to do this 3 days a week, I think that's a bit much. Next, we have relatability, and this is also going to get a 1 out of 5. The average person does not want to spend 2 hours and 35 minutes in the gym. The average person does not want to lift weights until their muscles just completely set on fire and feel like they're going to like fail at any minute. So your regular gym goer will not have fun with this routine whatsoever. And for fun, personally, I gave it a 2. You know, it started out fun. It was pretty okay, but then as it just started to drag on and on and on and on, I was just like, oh man, it really dragged towards the end there. And the last hour and a half, I was just like, when is this going to be over? I didn't absolutely hate it, but it did start to drag. So for that, I give it a 2. And so if we average out all those scores together, Steve Reeves' workout gets an overall score of 1.75 out of 5. You know, dude was a legend of the sport of bodybuilding, but I would not recommend anyone except for him do this routine. All right, guys, but that has been my analysis of this workout. Please let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I'm Patrick, and I'll see you next time.